I just sat on gum. Her gum. I sat on gum. It was on my butt. In case you're wondering, I was walking around with a Kleenex with gum on it.
Oh my gosh, I'm laughing so hard I'm crying. I literally said to him, I took out my gum before I started videoing, and I put it in a tissue, and I put it on the chair, and I said, do not sit on this chair, there's gum in this tissue.
Guys, literally,
like 10 seconds later, he sat down on the chair.
I got gum on my butt. That's what happened.
Okay, we need to get started with the video.
Okay.
I'm Hannah, welcome to Wife Without Kids. I believe that having kids is a choice and not a social obligation. I created this channel so we would have a positive and non-judgmental community for all of us who have made the choice to not have any children. One of the things that we do as a child-free couple is have a weekly date night. We've been doing this for several years, I would say.
Yeah, as long as we've been married.
Sorry.
Still thinking about the gum.
At the end of 2019, Michael and I had a discussion about our finances, and we decided that we were going to try to spend a little bit less money on entertainment.
That's a good idea.
Yes, it was. Mm-hmm. So it's not that we don't spend any money for our date nights, but we try to be a little bit more frugal, and then that makes us be more creative rather than just going out for like dinner. We're going to share some of our favorite date nights with you guys.
Well, actually, this was probably one of my favorite date nights that we ever did, and we decided to go and have a picnic. Someone for our wedding, as a wedding gift, gave us a picnic basket. She decided to make a whole picnic, put it in the basket, blankets and everything, and then meet me somewhere after work. And we were trying to find like the perfect park to go to. So we ended up going down to this one park. I don't think we had ever even been there before.
No, we hadn't.
And we grabbed our stuff and started walking down this trail. And I thought, oh yeah, this is going to be great. And then, well, Hannah spotted something.
I spotted a rat walking right in front of us on the path.
It was a big rat too.
It was disgusting.
Yeah. Finally came to this really nice park.
We went to a totally different park.
Yeah, totally different park. Non-rat park.
Yes.
No rats. Yeah, at this park it had like a beautiful lake and like green grass. And it was a nice, beautiful sunny day, blue skies. So we put out all our stuff there, nice and quiet. Man, it was amazing. It was just so amazing. I remember just like lying back after we had eaten our picnic dinner there, and we were just like staring up at the trees and the sky. And wow, I was just like, this is living.
So a super simple idea, but it was actually pretty much your favorite date night that we've ever had.
Yeah, like it was incredible. Very romantic.
The next date night that we're going to share is an idea that I thought up. We decided to go to the grocery store. We decided to time ourselves because one of us takes a really long time grocery shopping. And so what we decided to do was we had to get I believe it was five items that we used to eat all the time when we were kids. So like snack items, whether it was like a cracker or like a cookie or a specific kind of chocolate or treat. We just went around the store. We had 30 minutes to get 5 different items and then we each did our own checkout. The plan was to meet back at the truck in 30 minutes and then go home, and then we would share the snacks that we got or the food items that we got and just kind of say what we liked about it or like memories from our childhood.
Now, a little side note about this. It is a dangerous thing to send me into a grocery store because I don't know, I have a hard time staying focused. There's so much food everywhere and a lot of it looks really good. And I'll literally like go up and down every aisle and be like, I've never seen that before. And that's interesting. I'll like read labels. I could literally spend like half a day in a grocery store and come out with 5 items. And that's almost how long it took me. She was done in probably like what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Yeah, probably.
I was pushing the 30-minute limit. I think she was in the car, like, looking at her timer, like, man, what is he doing in there?
You were in the store for nearly an hour.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, you were in there a really long time.
Wow.
Yeah, but I couldn't get upset at him. It was date night. So I was expecting him to come out of the store with, like, bags and bags of groceries. No, it's just, like, a single bag with, I think you all got 4 items.
Yeah, I couldn't even find the 5th one.
I
couldn't make up my mind.
Yeah. So
it's really bad. So another idea we had was, hey, why don't we watch our wedding video when we were wedded?
When we got married.
Marriaged, whatever the technical term for that is. Betrothed. When we got married, we actually had hired a videographer to do a professional video of our whole wedding and really neat parts in it. It was really fun. And so we said, well, why don't we pull that out and watch it again? And so we did. And then we went through like our wedding albums. And it was just like a really romantic way to just kind of like look back on happier times, you know, before marriage happened and we just became miserable people and just, you know, just couldn't stand living with each other anymore. Just kidding.
I know that most people just love going out to eat and that's kind of like their date night, which I think is okay to do once in a while, but it's kind of a cop-out, I think, because it's just like, oh, let's go out to dinner and that's a wrap. Michael loves going out to dinner.
I do.
He'd be going out like every week. Well, it's not that I don't love food. I'm just particular. Anyway, so we've gone out for sushi a few times, which is very enjoyable. And it's something...
You know why I'm laughing? I don't know why, but I just suddenly, when you were talking about sushi, I imagined like...
Okay.
Is that like politically incorrect?
We're probably going to get in trouble. I'm going to get demonetized.
All right, can't do that.
No.
Actually, I only eat vegetarian sushi though. Eating raw fish kind of freaks my freak.
It's true. We're vegetarians, so yeah.
Okay, this other time, Hannah said, you know what? This is always what Hannah says. Hey, it's date night. Let's go for a hike. Let's go up the grind. That's what it's called. And it is. It's a grind. And it's like one step away from death by the time you hit the top.
It's not that bad.
It is that bad. Your heart is pumping so hard. You're just like drenched in sweat. And this is date night. This is Hannah's like ideal date night.
That's the point of a hike.
Yeah. Well, I do, you got to give and take in a relationship. So once in a while, I'll let Hannah have her way and I'll go on this hike. And I'm sure it probably keeps me alive for another 10 years or so.
It's true. Every hiking story that we have is because it was my idea. Not gonna lie, most of the time, they don't turn out that well.
No.
But those are stories for another video. Michael is very musical and he loves to play piano. And one of the things that I enjoy doing is listening to him play. So a few months ago, we redid his music room / office / where we're sitting right now. Oh.
It's true.
Yeah, there's things like floating in the air. It's not just me, right? There's stuff that's like
Floaties.
floating by. Okay. All right. I thought it was just me. Getting older. Eyesight's going. And we also got a nice red chair in this room. And the reason we got the red chair is that so Michael can sit here and play the piano, and then I can just chill over there in the red chair with my phone and listen to him play the piano. And that's one of my favorite things to do.
Loves to save money. She is definitely a budgeter, and I decided I was going to take advantage of that one time. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take Hannah out to the most budget friendly, the most budget friendly restaurant ever. And man, is she going to be impressed.
I just saw a floater. Sorry.
Okay. So she got all dressed up, looking good for date night, get in the truck, and we drive down. And we're pulling into the gas station. She's like, oh, we must be getting gas. And I'm like, no, this is where we're eating.
I got dressed up. I thought he was taking me somewhere nice because he always likes going to like the fancy places. Yeah.
No, I took her to this restaurant attached to a gas station. Like, man, it was posh. It was so nice. And actually, the food was really good. Like, I'm not kidding you. We didn't just do this once. The food was so good, we just kept going back. I'm telling you, gasoline food, that's where it's at.
Gasoline food?
Gasoline food. Fuel for the body.
By the way, it wasn't actually that cheap.
Really?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, maybe you didn't get unleaded fries. That was bad.
One night we were super adventurous and we decided to try something that we had never done, that neither of us had ever done. So we went to an indoor rock climbing facility, and they also had bouldering, which is like when you just get to climb on the rocks, right? But you don't have to get harnessed in.
No.
But we did like the harnessing in thing too. So we had like an instructor there, and he showed us the equipment and how to put everything on and how to work the harnesses or work the ropes or whatever it is that you do when you rock climb. And it was really fun, but it was kind of scary. Okay, I don't know the proper technical terms. I've already forgotten them. Ooh, carabiner. We used carabiners.
Carabiner?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that a place you go to on vacation?
No, a carabiner. It's like this, like, I'll put a picture of it up here.
Carabiner.
Anyway, it's like that like metal thing that clips.
We are not professional rock climbers, you may have noticed.
He taught us everything that we needed to know, and then we practiced it, and he was like, oh yeah, you're good to go, and he just wandered away. And I'm hoping he kept an eye on us, because Michael's like, okay, I'll climb first, and then you know how you're like...
You're spotting the person, basically.
Then you have to like take the slack out of the rope as they're climbing. It was really fun. But I actually liked the bouldering better than the actual like rock climbing when you're in the harness, because you don't have to be in a harness there, and then you can just like climb on the rocks, and it was like really fun actually.
It sounds like a cool thing to do. Like, like, what did you do today? I bouldered.
I went bouldering. Yeah.
It's a fun term.
Yeah. We should go back and do that again sometime. That was actually really fun.
We should boulder. Okay, so another thing we like to do is actually play games, like board games, especially on like a rainy night like fall. Like, there's nothing better than like putting on the fireplace, getting a nice drink, and then playing a board game together. There's one game that Hannah will not play with me. Risk.
I did play it with you. It was just so boring. I couldn't play it anymore.
Yeah.
It goes on and on and on. It just doesn't end.
Well, it's world domination. It takes time.
All you do is roll dices. It seriously
I
is.
love it. It's the best game ever.
Yeah, he loves it.
We play like Settlers of Catan and Sorry. Man, she whooped my butt at Sorry last time. Like, I was sorry. I didn't even have a chance.
He didn't get one sorry card. I got all of them. And then by the time he started getting the sorries, it was too late. I was already home.
Oh yeah, another one we play is Block Us. And that is totally like, you really have to think ahead in that game. I love it. It's great.
It's a good strategy game.
Yeah.
It makes your mind work.
Yeah. There's this other game called Cash Flow. Boy, it's actually really good to kind of get you on the right financial track and make you think kind of outside the box about some of your financial habits. And it's actually kind of challenging.
Speaking of which, last night we played Monopoly, and guess who won?
I did.
Oh,
I wasn't sorry.
Nice. Leave me hanging. Right here. High five.
High five.
Oh my
There we go.
goodness.
A little slow.
We're not in sync today. Last night was date night, so we made homemade pizzas, and then
I got Boardwalk. If you get Boardwalk, you're going to win the game. So,
you were rolling in the cash,
Rolling in
and
the
I
cash.
literally was going to jail every second turn.
yeah.
I didn't stand a chance. He got everything. He got all the railroads, he got the electric company, you got all the like high-end
Yeah.
spots, and I landed on like Baltic. I refused to buy it. I was like, I'm not buying Baltic Avenue. Forget that.
Come on. You could put a hotel on that in like one turn. It's so easy.
Yeah, but no one lands on it. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
problem
true.
with Baltic.
That's true. This is actually probably one of my favorite ideas for date night. And again, this is something that just like, it's so nice if it's like raining out or it's like a fall or winter night and we just go and we get books. Sometimes, literally on a date night, we'll actually go to the library.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
we go to a library and we just pick out some fun books and we come home, we turn on the fire, make a nice meal or just get some like tea or whatever, nice hot drink, and we just cuddle up by the fire and just read our books. And that is such a relaxing way to spend a date night. So nice.
Yep. And sometimes we will read a book together. So we do have like
Yeah.
a couple, like some couple books, like, you know, like relationship books that we're reading. The one that we're reading right now is this one.
Where is it? Oh, over there.
I don't know if you guys are ever together and you're just hanging out with your significant other and you just like can't think of anything to talk about. Like sometimes we've had dinner and it's just been silence. Like we're not angry at each other, but we're just eating and we literally, I cannot think of a single thing to talk about. We already covered the like, how was your day? How are you feeling? Blah, blah, blah kind of stuff. What I did one time is I went online and there's all these like icebreaker questions you can ask people, or there's like weird questions you can ask people, or personal questions you can ask people, or would you rather questions you can ask people. And so I just printed a bunch of those out and then I was like, okay, well, we don't have anything to talk about. Let's just talk about this stuff. It was actually really fun.
Yeah,
And
I learned some things.
We learned some new stuff about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is really fun. It's just pick a recipe, like a new recipe you've never tried out of a cookbook, and then literally go shopping that night. Hopefully not with someone who takes like 3 hours to shop like me. But if I'm with her and she's dragging me along, it does go faster.
Otherwise, we'd be eating at like midnight.
Exactly. But you just go there, you get all the ingredients and any other little fun things you want, bring it home, and you actually make the meal together. It's actually really fun. It's a great way to spend a date night.
And then once in a while, we decide, hey, we should like use our brains and learn something. So one of the things that we have been working on learning is world geography. I'm really, really, really bad at geography. And he's just bad at geography, but I'm really bad.
Really bad.
Okay, I live in Canada and I know Canadian geography.
Oh.
And I know some of the US states and where they're located. If I've been to them, I know where they are. But if I haven't been to them, little rough. If you think about how many provinces and territories there are in Canada versus how many US states, there's a lot to learn.
That's true. That's hard. There's a lot of them.
And then world geography.
Like Africa, we both bombed at Africa.
Oh, we did terrible. We got like
I know where South Africa is.
It's super hard.
Yeah,
like,
it is hard.
would the average person know where all these different places are? Like, if you just had a map of Africa and you had to pick what was where, I mean, but we're learning. That's
we're
the
learning.
thing.
We're
learning.
gonna get them
We're
all one
making
day.
progress. We're making progress.
Yeah. We have this like pool table downstairs in our games room in the basement. And it's so cool. It's not just a pool table. It's like a transformer. Like it goes from a pool table into an air hockey table. You literally like pull the green thing, you know, the green carpet off, whatever. Whoosh, it's gone. And now it's all of a sudden an air hockey table. When I first started playing pool with Hannah, she was about as good at pool as she was at geography, which is needs some help. So, you know, it was kind of a one-sided game. But Hannah pulled a fast one on me, didn't you?
I got smart.
She did. Why don't you tell?
While Michael wasn't home, I would watch pool shark videos. I started watching these videos and then I'd go downstairs and I'd practice and I'd watch videos and I'd practice and I'd watch videos and I'd practice, and slowly I started getting better.
Yeah, and then one day I come home and I'm like, well, why don't we play pool again? And I'm like totally confident that I'm just gonna, win. I go down there and she's like phenomenal. Like I couldn't believe it. She actually like beat me. I think you beat me.
Like bad.
Yeah. Pool shark. I was impressed.
He's like, what happened to you? Are you Hannah? I've done a couple of other videos with Michael. If you'd like to watch them, they're going to show up on your screen right now. Go ahead and click them and enjoy. They'll appear on the... How come I can't speak tonight?
I know. I'm throwing you off.
I know.
Throwing you off your game.
I know. I'm nervous around here.